What's up everybody, it is Jay here. I'm sorry that the visual quality of this video is not going to be great. It's not very bright outside, and what light is getting in is not great, so it looks a bit grainy. But I really wanted to make this video and I don't have much time to make it, so I only really had a chance to make it right now. And so today I want to talk about YouTube and demonetizing videos and their rules around what is advertiser friendly and what isn't, and censorship and all of that stuff that's been really heavily in the media lately. So just so that you know, when you watch this video, today is the 2nd of September, and as of right now, everything I'm saying is the most up-to-date thing that I have available to me about the situation. So background info for those who don't know: a lot of people recently found out that they were getting emails about their videos being demonetized for various reasons, for not being advertiser friendly. YouTube has these guidelines for what is and isn't advertiser friendly, and those rules being broken means that they can demonetize your videos. It's within their rights to do this, to have rules about what is and isn't advertiser friendly, and they are well within their rights to do that because YouTube is a business, and that's how business works. They get to choose who gets paid for the content because it's a free website. They can do what they want in this case. A lot of people thought that this was a new development and that the rules had been changed to include a new clause that was causing a lot of videos to get flagged. But what actually happened is that previously YouTube was not notifying people when their videos were being demonetized. And that is a terrible thing, because that means countless creators out there had their videos demonetized in the last few months and were losing out on money and didn't even know it because they weren't being told that their videos were demonetized. You actually had to look into your videos and see if any of them had been demonetized to actually see if they were demonetized. So the rule that's attracting all the attention right now is the rule about controversial and sensitive subjects. It lists war, political conflict, and natural disasters, specifically even when graphic imagery isn't shown, as controversial or sensitive topics. The reason why that rule is worrying for a lot of creators is because it's so vague, and it leers scarily close to an infringement on freedom of speech. Granted, YouTube isn't saying you can't make these videos. YouTube is saying that you cannot earn money from these videos. So technically, it's not infringing on your right to say these things, it's just infringing on your right to make money from them. The vagueness of the rule has really shown that a lot of creators' videos who are very popular have been demonetized. For example, Luke Cutforth posted on Twitter about how his video about depression had been demonetized. 12 of Philip DeFranco's videos, which are news videos that are generally unbiased, have also been demonetized. Ones that were about particularly controversial topics. I can't remember the name of the YouTuber. I will annotate it in so that it doesn't look quite as bad, but her video about acne was demonetized. And who else? There's one other person who I'm thinking of, a gaming YouTuber. His video about a Sonic the Hedgehog game and why it was good was demonetized for being controversial. So obviously the vagueness of the rule means that practically anything can be considered controversial or sensitive if you look at it from the right angle and if you try hard enough to say that it is. Another reason why this rule specifically worries me is that it talks about politics. It mentions that politics are considered part of that controversial and sensitive subject. And that worries me because a lot of people consider transgender rights and the trans community to be a political statement currently. In the same way that I was talking to a friend earlier, she's unable to wear her Repeal the 8th shirt into her mother's workplace because that would be construed as her mother taking a political stance. A friend of mine who's in Scouts was able to walk in the Pride Parade in Dublin City in his Scout uniform with the Scouts, but when he got to the Pride Village he had to take it off because for some reason, as a Scout, he's allowed to go to Pride, but he's not allowed to go to the Pride Village because that's considered to be a political event. So various issues arise when we consider politics to be controversial or sensitive, because even things that shouldn't be considered politics are going to be considered politics. Rights for individuals and the trans community itself are not a political statement. My existence isn't a political statement, and the things that happen in my life are not political statements, but according to this rule, they can be construed as such because of the way people view rights and the fight for rights. Philip DeFranco also mentioned in one of his videos, he made 2 videos about this topic so far, and I will link them down in the description or up here somewhere. He made a point about censorship via the wallet. So if a YouTuber makes YouTube videos full time about controversial things and about sensitive topics, like Philip DeFranco does with his news, like the Young Turks do with all sorts of wildly controversial topics, like I do. Granted, I don't do YouTube for a living, but I do have monetization on my videos because I won't make any fucking money off of it, but I may as well try. The reason why that's such a problem is because if all these big YouTube channels who do YouTube for a living no longer earn any money from ad revenue, that's a bit worrying. Because if YouTube channels who do YouTube for a living can't get any money from ads, they're going to lose a lot of money. And if they lose enough money, then they're not going to be able to make YouTube videos anymore. And you may as well be running these channels into the ground. It is, in a way, censorship, because unless the channel can afford to keep going, it's not going to keep going. And if they can't afford to keep going, then you have censored them in a way that because you made their videos non-monetizable, you made their channel unsustainable, and you made it so that they couldn't make videos anymore. And lastly, the thing that bothers me the most is that while we as YouTube content creators are apparently no longer allowed to make videos about controversial or sensitive subjects, we still see controversial and insensitive advertisements. I remember that during the marriage equality campaign in Ireland, the No campaign, which was against marriage equality, made loads of videos and loads of ads about why you shouldn't vote yes and why you should vote no and why gay marriage is a bad thing and all that kind of thing. And I saw those videos and they were not good. And then in the same breath, every time people in Ireland get more vocal about repealing the 8th Amendment, which is in relation to abortion rights, no campaigners appear, pro-life campaigners, anti-choice campaigners appear and make ads. And I get to see those ads because I'm an Irish young person who watches a lot of liberal videos. It makes sense as to why those ads would be targeted at me. But people are still allowed to make these controversial and insensitive ads that seek to deny individuals of rights, but we as content creators aren't allowed to either preach for or against these rights because people on both sides of controversial subjects are being censored in this situation. The long and short of it is that in reality, if YouTube continues down this path of making changes that content creators aren't okay with and don't want to see, they're gonna lose big content creators. They're gonna lose some of the attraction that people have to YouTube. Right now, from where I'm standing, YouTube is picking on its content creators, and YouTube is nothing without content creators. If YouTube has no videos, if YouTube has no PewDiePie and no Smosh and no Zoella and no Alfie Days, what is YouTube? You know, it's just an empty website made for hosting content that isn't there. So I would love to know what you think in the comments below. This video was really interesting to make, and I feel like this is a really interesting topic, and it's a really interesting just thing to happen because nothing really controversial about YouTube has happened since about a year ago when I started making videos on this channel, so I haven't been involved in any of it up until now. But thank you for watching. If you like this video, please click the like button down below. Subscribe button is also down there if you want to watch more of my videos. Please do comment and tell me what you think of the situation. Do you think YouTube is censoring people via taking their money? Do you think YouTube should continue to do this? Do you think YouTube is right or wrong in this situation? Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.